A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to the University of Lincoln's virtual open day. It is an absolute pleasure to be with you all today, and I hope that the next 10 minutes will provide you a useful insight into the Department of Marketing, Languages and Tourism, for whom I have the great pleasure of being the head of department. I just want to start off this talk by saying thank you so much for showing an interest within the department and the degrees within it. I hope that you are all keeping well, safe, and healthy at these difficult times, but I hope you are looking forward to the future with great optimism and looking forward to beginning your journey at the University of Lincoln in due course. As I've just mentioned, I'm going to take the next 10 minutes of your open day to talk to you about our undergraduate programs within the tourism subject group and the marketing subject group. And I will take you through each program individually, briefly, and then offer you all an opportunity to speak to myself and my colleagues in the live Q&A, which will follow this talk. I hope you have found the open day so far engaging. We hope that the content that you've been given so far has been useful, but I hope the next 10 minutes gives you an insight into the programs that you have a genuine interest in. Before I begin on talking about the programs, I want to highlight the fact that within the Lincoln International Business School, we are very much committed towards the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And you will note that throughout all of our programs, from year one to graduation, all of these UN Sustainable Goals and principles are embedded within our modules and assessments. This is something we are exceptionally proud of, and I hope that you will notice this when you join us to study. As mentioned, we have two distinctive subject groups within the Department of Marketing, Languages and Tourism. I would like to begin our talk today with the programs we offer within the tourism group first of all. But just before I go into exact details, I want to highlight the fact that we are very well respected in a number of student satisfaction and student experience barometers. These are essentially the league tables. And it is at this point I have great pleasure in informing you that the department as a whole is exceptionally well regarded. And I like to highlight a few indicators of this. The first being the Complete University Guide, in which we were ranked first out of 57 institutions in 2020 and are ranked sixth out of 54 institutions in 2021 for tourism, events and sports. Continuing that theme, within the Guardian League table, we are ranked first out of 70 institutions in 2019 and 20 for the tourism, events and sports subject group, an incredible achievement. And then I would also like to highlight that for our marketing subject group, we are most recently ranked 26th out of 84 institutions in the Complete University Guide. I hope these indicators are useful to highlight how happy and satisfied our students are with their experience with us. On that note, I would like to take forward now the presentation and talk about our subject group. In particular, I would like to highlight the three programs that we offer within the tourism subject grouping. The first is the BA Honours International Tourism Management Program. And this is essentially one of our oldest programs and has been taught for a considerably long period of time. I am in fact a graduate of this program myself and exceptionally proud of that fact. You will notice that if you have any interest within the tourism industry, this program is for you because it looks at the global tourism business, its impact and its independencies. So if you wish to work for airlines, airports, hotels, tour operators, destinations, this is the program for you. Secondly, we have the BA Honours Sports Business Management Program. Now, it's absolutely vital at this point that I highlight that this program focuses entirely upon the sports business environment. Therefore, there is absolutely no physical aspects in terms of sports, and doing physical activity related to this course. We will focus on the sports business side of things and therefore and highlight to you how the industry works from a business perspective. And then finally, but by no means least, we have the BSc Honours Events Management degree program. So if you have an invested interest within the events industry and are interested in organising and running events at a local, national, and even international level, this program will be perfect for you. At this point, I like to always tell you about our students because they are at the center of everything we do and are an immensely important part of our community. So here you can see some photographs of our students out there in the real world because as part of all of our programs in tourism, events and sports, we like to make sure that we get expert speakers to come and speak to our students and likewise we take our students to see people in the industry. And you can see some of our students here in Dublin at the Guinness factory, at the Aviva Stadium and many other examples as well. As I just mentioned a few moments ago, we are immensely grateful to the many industry experts that come to speak to us. The knowledge and expertise that they share with our students is something that inspires our students to go and achieve great things. And here you can just see some examples of our students being talked to by industry experts out there. The point I like to make clear at this point in the presentation is if you study with us, you will get a balance of academic and practitioner knowledge, and that is vital for a successful graduate. The final photograph I like to show to you all is one of my personal favorites. Why? Because it is a photograph of our students in Sri Lanka. So if you join our program, you will also get the brilliant opportunity to go and explore the world. And this is one of my personal favorite examples, having been on this study visit myself as well. So if you want any further information on the tourism, events, or sports business programs, here are the contact details for my immensely talented program leaders. Please feel free to contact them via email and they will respond to any questions or queries that you may have. I would now like to move on to the second half of my presentation, where I would like to discuss the marketing subject group. Now, the key thing about the marketing subject group is if you have a passion or an interest for studying the marketing or advertising disciplines, this is absolutely the perfect place for you. Because we offer practical, dynamic, academic, yet also vocational opportunities for you. And all of our students speak very highly of the construction of our programs. I would also like to highlight that our students also have access to the Chartered Institute of Marketing Gateway, so you can gain professional accreditation whilst achieving your degree. So let me talk to you about our three programs. The first program we have in the marketing subject group is advertising and marketing. And this is one of our most popular programs. Why? Because if you have an invested interest within advertising, we have designed this program for you because it will allow you to deliver powerful national and international campaigns and will give you the knowledge you need. Secondly, the BA Honours Business and Marketing program is essentially a marketing program with an element of business incorporated within it. So if you need to manage marketing campaigns, this is a program for you. And then finally, the third, but by no means least program is the BA Honours Marketing Management program, which is essentially a program designed to focus on the international developments within the industry and will provide you with the marketing knowledge you need to be an effective practitioner within this industry. Within all of our portfolio of our degrees, whether that be within the tourism or the marketing subject groups, we have very engaged students and we work actively with industry. So therefore, you will notice that we have live lectures, we have live briefs, we work continuously with local businesses, and we get our students to engage with local competitions and as a result have an encompassing student experience. These are just things that you will see embedded within all of your modules and provided are some logos of companies with whom we work with, such as Enterprise, Piper's Chris, the Lincolnshire Air Ambulance, just being three examples of many. So once again, we have a wonderful team of program leaders who will be able to address any questions or queries you may have about any of our marketing programs. I have provided you their email addresses should you wish to make contact with them. Please do avail that opportunity. Heading towards the end of this presentation, I always like to address assessment methods because I'm conscious it's something that you will be thinking about. Now, within our department, we are keen to make sure that no students are unfairly advantaged or disadvantaged in assessment techniques. So you will notice that we have essays, presentations, group projects, in-class tests, and dare I even say it, those dreaded terminal examinations. But remember, we have a balanced assessment diet. So you will have everything encompassed within your degree. And I hope that alleviates any worries that you may have. Now, I am immensely proud of our graduates. They are the shining example of what we do. And I always like to conclude my presentation with some examples of companies where our graduates have gone on to work. In terms of tourism, events, and sports business, we have some wonderful companies where our students are now working. Leicester's Tigers, the Lincolnshire Showground, Movie Star. They even go into the banking sector with HSBC, for example. These are just a few examples of where our immensely talented graduates go on to. From a marketing perspective, we have Sky, Deloitte, BBC, Enterprise, Waitrose, and even Jack Wills. And we are so proud of the successes that all of our students have had. So to finish off, can I tell you what the aim is? The aim is to get you to the wonderful Lincoln Cathedral in 3 or 4 years' time, where I hope you are able to visit with your family anyway, but more significantly, I hope you are able to graduate within this wonderful setting. It is an immensely powerful ending to your studies with us, and it would be an honor as a head of department to graduate you at the Lincoln Cathedral. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to finish off by saying thank you for joining me this morning. I hope this talk has been of use to you, and I look forward to discussing any questions or queries you may have in the Q&A session, which will follow this talk. May I take this opportunity to also wish you the very best for the future and your future studies as well. And we look forward to welcoming you in Lincoln in due course. Thank you for your time and take care.